You'll get a statement in a couple of minutes, but let me just briefly say that I thought the president gave a very strong speech, especially the parts throughout the early stages of the speech that focus intensively on job creation, on growing the economy, and strengthening the economy for the future, and the recognition that as much progress has been made, 6 million jobs over the last 4 years. Tremendous change with regard to our fortunes as it relates to the strength of the economy, the stock market coming back, all of the housing market coming back, all of the good indicators. But all of that is, of course, tempered by the reality that too many people are out of work. I've said often that in Pennsylvania, if more than 500,000 people are out of work, as there are, that number is far too high. In my home area of northeastern Pennsylvania, for example, the highest unemployment numbers in the state. So as much as we've made progress, to use an old expression that we've all used, we're not out of the ditch yet. We're not done yet. We've got more work to do. So I think it's critical that we focus on job creation. That's why I was very pleased the president focused on that issue and focused on strategies to get us there. A business tax credit, which I've introduced, is one of the very good ideas that's out there to do that. The focus on manufacturing and continuing the progress on manufacturing jobs, 500,000 of those created, but a lot more manufacturing jobs we can create. The focus on skills that we've got to have, and we've got to invest in early learning, which the president highlighted, and all the strategies that will lead us to a high-skilled workforce, which will allow us to outcompete any country in the world if we make the investments and put in place a strategy that will lead us there. So on a whole host of fronts that focus on the economy, I was especially pleased that the president focused on that. And then finally, I think the parts of the speech where he talked about Democrats and Republicans coming together to solve problems, putting aside our partisan differences to move the country forward. And this is one of those nights where Americans, even Americans that disagree, even people sitting next to you in the chamber or at home, this is one of those nights when we can focus on what unites us rather than what divides us, where we have areas of common ground and significant common ground. I was sitting with Senator Toomey in the chamber, and on the other side of me was another Republican senator. We joked a little bit about when I stood up and when they didn't, or vice versa, but it's one of those nights when we can remind ourselves that we're all Americans, we all have obligations, and the prime and the most substantial obligation that I have is to focus on the economy and creating jobs.